Hello everybody out there on YouTube, Kami the Liquor Guy here, and today we'll be doing a little video tutorial on how to build Mirage from Ultrakill. Well, Mirage specifically from a sacred level in Ultrakill's Lust layer. Now, Mirage here doesn't exactly have an in-game model, but she is based on the V1 and V2 models I will also be doing tutorials for. As such, I was able to build this somewhat a decent recreation of her based on those said models with a bit of a slimmer design. Hey, also included, of course, is the rail cannon, which you get in the Layer of Lust. Ultrakill is not sponsored this video, by the way, but I highly recommend you play it. It is a wonderful game. I also recommend you watch my joint tightening technique video, as that will greatly help in her even being able to hold up this rail cannon for poses and firing. And, well, of course, you can just remove the rail cannon and whatnot. But if it's one thing Helsing and Ultimate Abridged taught me, bitches love cannons. And I can confirm, I do love cannons. Alright, well, let's get on with the tutorial, shall we? And here is everything you'll need to build Mirage. Neatly laid out in one big view. If you want a screenshot, feel free to, but I'm going to zoom in so it's a little clearer. I've separated them into some sections here to make it a little easier to view. Over here, feel free to screenshot again, but I'll zoom in so you can see. Some of these are slopes, some of them are flat. A lot of clips and technical pieces over here, whatnot. Also, more slopes. Over here, again, slopes, brackets. I'm hovering over so you can see most of the blue. Then slopes, brackets, a lot of slopes here. Over here, yeah, a lot of pieces that are in black. You have all the joints over here, assembled and put together. Again, slopes, brackets. These ones are a little hard to see. Hopefully they come up better on camera. And over here are joints that are assembled, because there's no one to disassemble them. And then down here is everything else. All right, on with the rest of the tutorial. All right, so we'll start off with the rail cannon, just in case, you just want to build the rail cannon for your figures and whatnot. We're starting off with that. So the rail cannon is going to be split up into a couple components here, that being the different strands on the rail cannon, the main core body, and the handle. All right, so first things first, we'll start with the top piece. As you can see here, it's going to be made of two bricks, one on one side, and a little 1x1 plate in the middle. Hopefully you can see that. Then 3 1x1 plates arranged like that to give it a sort of stripe look. One technique piece with a peg, and a little piece on top there. Then the next couple pieces, these are a little inverted, but as you can see, it's 3 blue bricks, one stud on one side, studs. This will make like the little spinny core things, a little slope on the end, then some brackets here, one to give it on the top, and a little slope here. 2 of those. Then what you're going to want to do is have this Tech brick, a 4 long stalk, this tri-thing here. That's what's going to give the rail cannon shape. Now, unfortunately, it won't be able to open like it does in game when firing, or maybe it doesn't. It might just be a visual cue. Like, you just take the pieces, make sure the slope bit is pointing like that. Slide them all onto the core. Should look like this. Then push it in. There you go. Next, we're going to make the handle. Handle's pretty simple. 2 2x1 bars on the end, 2x1 clips, then a blue 1x2 plate, gray 1x2 plate. That'll go on the bottom. Then make the core of this thing. All right, so first 2 1x3 blue plates, and then this blue 2x2 tile. then what you're going to want to do is bracket 2 of these 1x2 translucent bits on the blue bracket. This little gray circle with a hole in the middle. 1x2 plate. Peg it in. On the top here, you want to put this in upside down, like, hang on. It's one of these pieces, but pegged stud first into the hole. This, 2 of these sort of rust-colored pieces to look like the wire, and same bracket build as on the other side. Then you want to take this piece, plug it in here, fold down the handle, plug it in here. There you have the rail cannon. Now I'll just bring in V1's arm here to show you how to equip it on just any of the V models. So you want to fold the hand down, fold the fingers down, fold the thumb around and to the side, then just plug it in, rest it on the arm. There you go. Now for Mirage's arm, since I'm just going to preview it here, I'll show up later in the video, obviously. For Mirage's arm, the end studs are exposed. So you fold it down, and then those little dots in between, pick there to keep it centered. Now, in the words of Alucard from Hellsing Abridged, get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons. And it looks fucking awesome too, and I just really like how it's built here. Oh, almost forgot. Shit. Okay. Okay, I don't have one. Oh, here we are. Okay, sorry. I had to go away to find thing. But if you can, like, this is a red one. If you can find one of these, like, Lego Star Wars lightsaber pieces, this is a red one, so it can be used for a Mal beam. But, like, plug it in there. That's why I made it like a long stud. You can plug basically a laser beam effect, a lightsaber piece in here for a blast effect. Just thought it would be neat. This one is evidently tighter than expected. But yeah, that's the rail cannon. Now let's get on to building Mirage herself. I think we'll start off with the legs. I'd like to apologize for any noise you may hear downstairs, as that is my family taking care of my little sister. Now, for the legs, hopefully this, again, should be clear on screen. Let's hope the camera actually decides to focus. So, start off with the skeleton. You want to make 2 of these. So you want to specify, there should be, hang on, let me, nuts. Yeah, I could probably just do it in one shot, it's fine. So just want to make 2 of these. Just going to show one on screen. Obviously, I did use the joint tightening technique of paper towels between the joints. Again, please watch that video. All right, so, foot at the base here, brick, slope, 2 1x2 plates, and 1x2 plate, and a black plate here. Sorry, a black 1x1, blue 1x1, 1x plate. These 3 also 1x plates, and the design for that is basically just for, like, good friction. To increase friction, I added a strip of duct tape on the bottom. Do that too if you have some. Then 1x4, 1x4, 3 slope, skirt piece here for the knee, 1x1, 1x4, back here, 1x1, 1x1, 1x4, 1x4, 1x2, and of course the joints in between. You'll end this with a peg. Now, again, you want to make 2 of these. Then follow up, make 2 of these. This will be exactly the same on the other leg. So just borrow 2 clips, and start 1x1 with 2 bars, 1x2s with 2 clips, and these can be, these are 2 slopes on each. I'm going to take this to the spot here in the calf, that rounds it out, do the same on the other leg, then gonna want to make 2 of these. Just 2 of them. They'll be identical, but they'll be different for each leg. So that's 1 black one in the middle, 2 blue ones on the outsides, and 1x3 tiles holding it all together. Then for the right leg, put it here and swivel. And for the left leg, put it, oh wait, also just showing off the paper towel technique if you don't want to tear it all the way. It's a good way of hiding it, the knee. Then for the other leg, put it here, rotate. There you have the legs done. Then for the base of the waist, one black Technic brick here with a 1x3. This is not 1x4, it's 1x3. This one's just black because it's an old one. 2x2 tile, gray Technic bricks here, 2x2 piece on the back to hold it all together. Legs will peg in here. Now for probably the most annoying part of this whole build. I'll admit, it has some stability issues, but it is of course important to the design. The skirt. Now just to clarify, I will be moving some clips. I usually like doing this because it worsens them over time, So the center is one black octagon piece with bars all over, and a blue piece with a little peg hole in the middle. Now, for these fins out, I'll show you, it's 4 of each. One is built like this, 2 clips, one red, one black, a bunch of these amongst 2 modified pieces. I'm sure you could find a better way to build this down the line. If I do, I will remake the tutorial, of course. Slope, 1x2 piece with bar, and another one of these pieces with a 1x1 tile on top. Over here, basically, 2 of those held together with a 1x1 tile, and make 4 of these. This other build is pretty much exactly the same, except on the top here, it's a 1x1 plate, then bar and piece up there. And this leaves a gap so that when it's formed into an octagon, there's room for these to be together. Then arrange them in a pattern with the more solid sections on the exterior. Open gap bit in the middle. Make sure everything's all lined up and whatnot. Again, the annoying part about this is that some of these pieces tend to fall off, which is annoying. I'm really hoping I can figure out a better way to do this in the future. I've already got some ideas, and I'll lay them out if I can figure it out. But anyways, once you've got it all set up, take the waist here, so the peg hole, peg, line it up, and slide it down. And just curve all the pieces down. There you have a fully posable brick-built skirt. All right, let's move on to the waist. All right, so again, apologies for any noise. We're gonna start off with the upper torso because that's gonna be the more complicated bit. So, start off with 2x4, 2 1x2s held together by 2x3, like that. You want these on the top. Then build 2 1x4 plates with 1x1s. Place them here, here. Next, take this piece here, 2x2 on top, 2x4 on the bottom. Is that? Put that here. It's going to be a lot of layering like that throughout this torso, just letting you know ahead of time. It's going to be a lot of layers, like an onion or an ogre. Then 2x4 piece, just do modified. This one's actually going to go back here. Okay. Now we're going to start building up the core of sorts, like the middle of this thing. And to do that, build up some walls. So, the screen here, 2 1x2 plates with 1 1x1, Technic brick like that, normal brick right here, and a 1x4 plate on the bottom, just like that. Build 2 of these, then make sure that that Technic part is on the designated top. Top can be seen by these 2 pieces here. There we have the shell. Now, what I'm going to do is put that on hold for a second to work on Mirage's lovely little noggin. So, Mirage's head build overall, start with the neck, face, and stem. Well, not really stem, I remember I should call this like brain box, I guess. So, 1x2 plate, then the joints, and then 1x2 tile. And again, I apologize if you hear any voices in the background. Again, that's just family downstairs. So then a piece here, just a tab, then head, neck, stem, then you plug all that right here. There you have the neck. Next, you're going to build the shell on the outside. The shell is comprised of some pieces here. So mainly just, if I'm going to split this apart for an open section, slope, slope, bracket, clip, bracket, it was plate. So like, as you can see, slopes it up into the bracket. This 1x2 plate is here. I'm hoping this makes some level of sense. I apologize that this is confusing. But like, yeah, basically brackets and slopes to form the sides, and then just clips. You can mirror that for the other side. Attach that all to this one piece of the brick here. I'm hoping again that this makes sense. Oh, blue bracket, black bracket, 1x2 bracket, 1x1 bracket. You plug all this to the back of the head here, and voila. There you have Mirage's noggin. Okay, now before we get to the rest of the torso, we have to build the waist, because the waist is very important, isn't it? Alright, so to include a waist swivel, I went ahead, again, please ignore my family downstairs. So, starting off, Technic brick with holes in them. This is a two width Technic brick, 1 width Technic brick. There's this pin here. This is very important. The pin has a peg hole in the bottom and 2 length. So it goes in here, goes in here. I'm just gonna strain that out a bit. Now, I figured out that you can sort of put a piece of paper towel in there as tightening. I did that on mine. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna put it back in there, but I'll figure it out. But basically, I just cut a strip tiny enough to fit in, and then just like aligned it here and pushed the peg in. And actually, I'm just gonna, if you don't mind me, actually, no, I'll just do it later. So yeah, when connecting the waist in, I'll probably do it when I'm assembling the figure in full. Just put this here, like just a thin enough strip to go in, and push the peg through. Okay, well, not through the paper. You want the paper to stay in, just make sure the paper goes in. So for the sides of the waist, 1x3 plate back here with a modified piece on top, connected to these two 1x1 pieces of bars on both sides. Then tile, slope, 2 plate, mirror for the other side. That'll form the waist. Then take this big section from earlier, 1x2 plate, 1x2 tile, 1x2 plate, where your pin thing with the hole in the bottom, sorry, the pin with the axle hole in the bottom, 2 Technic bricks, connect them all together. Like that. Then, so you have all that together. See in the bottom here, there's a hole for just one piece. Well, that's because it pegs in here. So all of this just slides in right here. Then, just gonna take this brick with a hole, place it right in here. Now we can actually finally finish up the torso build itself. So, what you want to do, I'm just going to build the upper section first. So to show you it, I split it into parts a bit. So it is 2 of these 2x2 tiles with 1x1 plate, slope, each one. Then 1x2 plate, then another 1x2 plate modified with 1 stud, plus one of those wood pieces on there. That goes up here. Then, if I remember correctly, one here, and like 1x4 on top, 1x4 on the bottom. Then just peg it right here. That forms the upper part of the torso. Then for the lower section and a bit of a sloped part, so it looks like a tie. So 1 2x2, 2 1x2s, held together by one big 2x4 plate. So 2x4 plate and these bits on the bottom. Then 2 black slope pieces, 1x2 tile. Then on top of that, you want 2 2x2 plates, 2 1x2 plates, 2 1x2 tiles. Then for here, you want 1 flat 1x2, one of these 1x2 modified. That's so that you can angle the tie and whatnot. Well, it's going to look like a tie at least. So pick this section, which is again 1x1, 2x2, 1x1, 2x4, slope, tile. Pick that here. Peg this section. Make sure that top part. Make sure the holes on the top. Pick this here. Take this here. And that forms the tie and torso. And for just assembling this whole thing, because we might as well just put the torso together while we're here. Just pull the waist over. So just take a little bit paper towel for friction's sake. Just place it over the peg hole, then push peg into the hole. Then voila, got the torso and legs together and a functional waist swivel. Would you look at that? Ta-da! All right, now we just finish up the arms and we should be all good to go. All right, so this arm build is completely mirrored for the other side. They're both identical, but just, mirrored. All right, so just looking close here. We start off with the hand, which starts off with just these parts here, this bracket with the fingers on them. This little 2x2 plate here. Then what you want to do is take a 1x2 plate, put it on top of this quarter plate here. Then bar, 1x2 with bar, clips, this forms the thumb. Combine that together. We have a hand with opposable thumb. A friend of mine also recommended that if you just want to have it like this, so it's a little more aesthetically clean, feel free to. I do the other way because I like just having a little bit of more posability, but hey, your model, you do you. All right, so as we build up the arm, you want to take one of these long bracket pieces, 2 1x1 studs, and 1x4 tile. That's going to go on the outside of the left arm. Then build up joint with 2 1x1 plates here. Shove that there. That forms the elbow. Then 2 1x2 inverted brackets, 1x1, 1x4. Clip that in right here. That forms the lower arm, with the lower section on the inside, upper section on the outside. Then the upper arm, build this structure, which is 1 1x1, 2 bars, 2 1x2s with clips, 1x3 on the bottom, 1x1 tile, 1x2 slope, then 1x1 here, 1x1 here. Then also, on top of that, to hold it all together, inverted black bracket with 1x2 tile. That'll be going back here. So you can peg the arms together. I'll peg the arm pieces together. And then 1x2 black bracket, 2 1x2 tiles, one of them angled like this. Pick that here. Take this piece, which I showed earlier, wing flaps, peg it on top and close. There you have the left arm. The right arm is built exactly the same, but mirrored. All the same pieces, all the same spots, just mirrored. So, if you just look here, you'll see, again, exact same build, exact same style. So just do everything you just did, but mirror. So on the right arm, this upper 4-length one is on the outside. These are on the inside. See, Verge is on the back, normal's on the front. That should be the arms. Then, what you got left to do? Oh, and obviously, toilet paper, sorry, not toilet paper, paper towel joint tightening technique used. Arms. Plug them into the shoulders, which is really smooth, which I'm happy about. And by the way, this is actually a gimmick between all my V models, so you can just pull it out and switch it for any of the other arms, like Whiplash, Knuckle Blaster, and whatnot. Or you could switch the right arm if you wanted. Here you have Mirage. Now you'll notice we have a couple pieces left over in that parts list, which should be some brackets, this piece here, and this, also to the back of the model here, so that you can take the rail cannon and just, boop, back weapon storage. It's a little heavy, but hey, gets it out of the way. And she can still use her waist swivel for the most part with it on. Obviously, the way I prefer to display it is with it attached on her arm. Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, by the way. Great thing. You should go watch it. It's funny. It's really well written. But also, it's obviously very adult. But yeah. Love the arm gun look here. Hope you guys like. Hope anybody watching this likes it too. But yeah. There is Mirage from Ultrakill. Just thought I'd get her in a cool pose. So, if you liked what you saw here, please feel free to share with any compatriots who might also want a model like this. Feel free to follow me at LoneWolf1337 on Twitter, or if you really want to stay away from that hell site, please do. You can follow me on Blue Sky. I go by Okami the Lego Guy. My face should be, should look like this gal right here. And thank you all so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.